There's a planet out there, no bigger than a house, with 3 volcanoes, a single rose, and a little boy who asked the questions we forgot how to ask. Welcome back to Beyond the Pages, where stories breathe and lessons lie the way forward. Today we drift into a world that lives on asteroid B612, where a little boy with golden hair and curious heart teach us everything we once knew, but we lost along the way. This is The Little Prince. The story begins not in space, but in the mind of a grown man, a pilot who once drew a picture of a boa constrictor digesting an elephant, only to be told by adults that it looked like a hat. And so, like many of us, he abandoned his imagination. He grew up, he became reasonable, until one day his plane crashes in Sahara Desert, and there, out of nowhere, comes a voice, "Please, draw me a sheep." That's how the little prince enters his life and changed it forever. The little prince is from another world, a small planet no larger than a house. There he spends his days cleaning volcanoes and tending to a single rose. A rose unlike any other, beautiful, proud, fragile. She tells him that she loves him, but not in words he can yet understand. So he leaves her and begins a journey across the stars. On his travels, he meets grown-ups, each living alone on their own planet. The king who rules over nothing but craves control, the conceited man who needs applause but is alone, the drunkard who drinks to forget that he drinks, the businessman who counts the stars to convince himself that he owns them, the lamplighter who blindly following orders without asking why, and the geographer who never leaves his desk to see the world. Each adult is a reflection of what we become when we lose our sense of wonder. They are not evil, just lost. And it is in these moments that the little prince stops being a children's book and becomes a mirror. Because don't we all, at times, light lamps we don't understand? We count things that don't matter, and we drink away feelings we refuse to face. Finally, the little prince arrives on Earth. He meets a fox, wise, wild, longing to be tamed. And here comes the heart of the book. The fox teaches him something that echoes long after the final page. One sees clearly only with the heart. What is essential is invisible to the eye. The little prince realizes his rose is not like all the others because he loved her, because he watered her, listened to her, protected her. She was his. And love, real love, is not about perfection. It's about time, connection, and responsibility. Love is not ownership, it's care, it's presence, it's choosing someone over and over, even when you could choose 1,000 others. You become responsible forever for what you have tamed, the fox says. And that's the truth adults forget, that love is not found, it's built, it's chosen. Back in the desert, the pilot is desperate. His water is running out, his plane is broken, and the little prince knows he must return. Not in a spaceship, but through something far more mysterious. He asks the snake for help, the same snake that speaks in riddles, that promises a return to the stars. And at the end, the pilot fixes his plane, and the little prince disappears under the stars. Did he die, or did he return to his rose? That is left to you. This story is not about plot, it's about memory, about what it means to grow up without growing cold. It's not just a book, it's a mirror that reflects who we were before the world told us who to be. And it's important to remember that even the most important things, a rose, a friendship, a laugh, cannot be measured, it can only be felt. The Little Prince reminds us that the world may demand logic, numbers, efficiency, but our souls, they need wonder. They need laughter, curiosity, tears, foxes, and roses. And maybe they need to look up at the stars and know that somewhere a little prince is laughing, and if you listen closely, you might hear him. This was Beyond the Pages, where childhood truths are never truly lost, just waiting to be remembered. Until next time, don't forget what is essential is invisible to the eye. Your next chapter begins now.